Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a first-person shooter video game franchise. The series began on Microsoft Windows, and later expanded to consoles and handhelds. Several spin-off games have been released. The earlier games in the series are set primarily in World War II. But later games like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare are set in modern times, or in futuristic settings. The most recently announced game, Call of Duty: World War II, will release on November 3, 2017 and return the series to its early 20th century roots. The Call of Duty games are published and owned by Activision, while Infinity Ward is still a developer. Treyarch and Sledgehammer Games also develop several of the titles, with the release of the studio's games alternating with each other. Some games have been developed by Grey Matter Interactive, Nokia, Exakt Entertainment, Spark Unlimited, Amaze Entertainment, nSpace, Aspyr, Rebellion Developments, Ideaworks Game Studio, and nStigate Games. The games use a variety of engines, including the id Tech 3, the Treyarch NGL, and the IW engine. As of February 2016, the Call of Duty series has sold over 250 million copies. Sales of all Call of Duty games topped $15 billion. Other products in the franchise include a line of action figures designed by Plan B Toys, a card game created by Upper Deck Company, Mega Bloks sets by Mega Brands, and a comic book mini-series published by Wildstorm Productions. Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a video game based on the Quake 3 Arena engine, and was released on October 29, 2003. The game was developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. The game simulates the infantry and combined arms warfare of World War II. An expansion pack, Call of Duty: United Offensive, was developed by Grey Matter Interactive, with contributions from Pi Studios and produced by Activision. The game follows American and British paratroopers and the Red Army. The Mac OS X version of the game was ported by Aspyr Media. In late 2004, the N-Gage version was developed by Nokia and published by Activision. Other versions were released for PC, including Collector's Edition, Game of the Year Edition, and the Deluxe Edition. On September 22, 2006, Call of Duty: United Offensive and Call of Duty 2 were released together as Call of Duty: War Chest for PC. Since November 12, 2007, Call of Duty games have been available for purchase via Valve's content delivery platform Steam. Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty 2 is a first-person shooter video game and the sequel to Call of Duty. It was developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. The game is set during World War II, and is experienced through the perspectives of soldiers in the Red Army, British Army, and United States Army. It was released on October 25, 2005 for Microsoft Windows, November 15, 2005 for the Xbox 360, and June 13, 2006 for Mac OS X. Other versions were made for mobile phones, pocket PCs, and smartphones. Call of Duty 3. Call of Duty 3 is a World War II first-person shooter, and the third installment in the Call of Duty video game series. Released on November 7, 2006. The game was developed by Treyarch, and was the first major installment in the Call of Duty series not to be developed by Infinity Ward. It was also the first not to be released on the PC platform. It was released on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Wii, Xbox, and Xbox 360. Call of Duty 3 follows the American, Canadian, British, and Polish armies as well as the French resistance after D-Day and the Falaise Gap. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare is the fourth installment of the main series, and was developed by Infinity Ward. It is the first game in the series not to be set during World War II, but set in the modern day. It is the first to receive a mature rating from the ESRB, except for the Nintendo DS version, which was rated teen. The game was released for Microsoft Windows, Nintendo DS, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360 on November 7, 2007. Download and retail versions for Mac OS X were released by Aspyr in September 2008. As of May 2009, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare has sold over 13 million copies. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 is the sixth installment of the main series. It was developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. Activision Blizzard officially announced Modern Warfare 2 on February 11, 2009. The game was released worldwide on November 10, 2009, for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Microsoft Windows. A Nintendo DS iteration of the game, titled Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Mobilized, was released alongside the game. And the Wii port of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2 is the direct sequel to Call of Duty 4 and continues the same storyline, taking place 5 years after the first game, and featuring several returning characters including Captain Price and Soap McTavish. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.